Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led by their ninth-year quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 65 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so that some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, it's Patterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. A nice little juke.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Geno now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They run with Patterson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Newton. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Now Gino on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Patterson on the carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Smith. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. From the 38, Smith. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Smith throw pulled in by Kittle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Bears going to take over now late in this 1st half as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now following the interception, here's Newton. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, it's Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A solid stiff arm. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Julio Jones, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, this is Eddie Jackson.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. He'll check this down to Hines. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have come to halftime, and just like... Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Hines, shedding through the defense. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Newton.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. This from 54 yards away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 1st down, Newton. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Hines, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run again with Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. Levante David in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Newton's throw into the hands of Hooper.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Newton. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Newton. And the Raiders have got him.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give, right side. Hines looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Cam to throw. Only 3 yards. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
McCann for the point after.
And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Newton now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Newton to throw. It's caught by Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play action. It's Newton.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Newton.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. From the 50, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Smith going to try and run with it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Las Vegas,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.